Hey, Scott. How was the trip? If everybody could have a seat, please, we will go ahead and start the meeting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We will go ahead and I will call this meeting of the Clay County Commission to order. We will commence tonight with our invocation. Natalie Bergen, if you could come forward and lead us in prayer. And just for the general information, anyone wishing to come up and speak, when you come up to the podium, make sure the green light is on, state your name, and then direct your comments to the commission. With that, please go ahead.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm Natalie Bergen. I am the president of the children's ministry for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the Liberty area. Thank you for having me. Our dear Heavenly Father, we want to pause at the beginning of this meeting to acknowledge thy goodness. We want to express gratitude for thy guiding hand in our lives. And we are thankful for the opportunity to gather to discuss the needs of our community and the things that can be done to make our community a good place to live and raise our families. We're grateful for the good people who give their time and energy to serve the people of the Clay County. We pray for the blessing upon them. Please bless them with wisdom and integrity in their decisions and endeavors. Pray for the spirit of brotherly love and cooperation on all who participate in this meeting. We pray that the discussions tonight will lead to a better understanding of issues that are being dealt with in Clay County. We pray for the leaders of our nation and all around the world, that they will have thy guiding hand in their responsibilities and decisions. We're thankful for the life and teachings of thy Son, Jesus Christ. We pray that we will remember him and follow his example in all that we do. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Nolte?
Here.
Commissioner Withington? Here. Commissioner Lawson? Here. Commissioner Wagner? Here. Commissioner Johnson? Here. Commissioner Thompson? Here. Commissioner Carpenter?
Thank you. Next is approval of the agenda. Commissioner Johnson.
I move to approve tonight's agenda, but I do have a question about it.
Very well. Let's go ahead and do the motion, and then certainly you are able to ask your question. So, motion has been made for the approval of this evening's agenda. Commissioner Johnson, if you'd like to continue.
Yeah, so I see on the draft agenda that we got this last week, it has Jennifer Justice on there to receive her award for the 250 challenge coin for going through the program that she went through, like we give so many other people that have gone through that same program. But she's not on the agenda, on the final agenda tonight. When I inquired about it, I was told that you, Presiding Commissioner, had asked for her to be removed for political reasons. I want to find out if that's what's going on with this agenda or not.
I had talked to Commissioner Wagner, and he had said that it didn't matter to him when it was, so I thought, given the proximity of the election, if he would be so kind as to wait till next week, and he agreed to do so.
So you wanted her removed from the agenda from getting her award like everybody else does because she's running against you for presiding commissioner? Is that why you had her removed from tonight's agenda?
I did not have her removed. I asked Commissioner
You asked for her to be removed.
Wagner to not remove her, but to schedule it for another day.
Okay, I'll tell you, I don't like this. You know me, Jerry. Everybody knows me up here. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. If you do something that I think is unethical, I'm going to say it. I'm going to call you out on it. I think this is highly unethical. You've already removed her from two TIF commissions because she's running against you, and now you're moving her from the agenda.
That would be incorrect.
Well,
she is still on the Smithville TIF commission, as far as I know, unless somebody's notified.
Okay, so you just removed her from the Kansas City to commission because she's run against you.
One
But
of
nonetheless,
two.
you've taken off this, you've asked her to be removed from this agenda, from getting an award. She's a citizen, just like all the other citizens that come before us, went through the program, deserves to be recognized and given her certification and challenge like everyone else. And the fact that you don't want her to get that because you think the 3 people that watch this commission meeting are going to sway the votes her way or something, I think that's just crazy. You know, I got into politics, so I cannot stand politics. I can't stand career politicians that make decisions based on what's best for them, not what's best for our community and for our citizens. This strikes right at the core of that, Jerry. You're making a decision, quite frankly, a stupid decision, to keep her off our agenda tonight and get an award simply because you think a few people are going to be swayed by this, that watch this. And it's all about Jerry. It's not about what's best for our citizens. She's one of our citizens in this community. She has family here, it looks like, to see her get this award. And the fact that we're going to keep her off the agenda just because you're afraid that it might look bad for you or good for her a few days before the election, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And I think it's wrong. Actually, I see the board's lighting up, and a few other people want to talk as well, so I'll leave it at that, but I just think that's wrong. You know, this is the old saying, for evil to triumph, all it takes is for a few good men to say nothing, do nothing, just idly stand by. I don't idly stand by, Jerry. You know that of me. And I'm not going to idly stand by with this. This is just another perfect example, Jerry, of the behind-the-scenes games that you play with your position. This caused so many of us to lose respect for you, and that's why you don't have the support of this. Nobody on this commission supports you. You don't have leadership ability at all with this commission because of stupid things like this that you've done over and over again. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to call you out on that. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. It's a political game, and we don't need to have those kind of political games happen here in this commission. We're done with that stuff. That's history. The political games that this commission has played in the past, when you were on it, that needs to be gone. And this just irks me to no end. I'll let somebody else speak now, but I might have more to say after this.
By the way, before we move on to the others, I wanted to, it's been requested that we remove the discussion items, that is the proposed improvements on 144th Street. So that was asked to be removed from the agenda. So do we need to have a vote on that, Mr. Counselor?
Probably need to do an amendment to the motion to remove that and vote on that, and then come back to the original agenda. That would probably be the simplest way to do it would be to, move to, amend the agenda to remove that, and then that'll be done, and then we'll vote on the agenda with that deletion.
Without, I'm sorry, what was the last bit?
With that deletion from the agenda, once the first motion is made and voted on to remove it, then you'll have the agenda in front of you without that.
Okay. I did have that request. Does anybody want to make that particular motion? Yeah, I know. If not, I will relinquish for this particular question the chair to Commissioner Johnson, and I would make the motion that we approve the agenda, but that we take the discussion item, and that we put it off to possibly a future date.
Point of order. We had this discussion a while back that whenever there's people in the queue waiting to talk, we let them talk. The presiding commissioner doesn't have the authority or should not be interrupting and putting himself above everybody else in the queue. We've got at least Commissioner Withington and Commissioner Lawson, I see right now, they've been waiting in the queue since I've been talking, and you've made it a point to ignore them and to go ahead and do whatever you want to do instead of waiting your turn, like we discussed several meetings ago, that this is how we want this meeting to be conducted. So I think it's only appropriate that you allow them to speak before you try and change the subject.
Point of order, Mr. Counselor, would you like to, I do, thing is, he is the chair at this moment for this particular motion, so therefore.
I take that back. If I'm the chair, I'd like to recognize Commissioner Withington.
There is a motion on the floor, so if Commissioner Withington would like to speak on that particular motion, Mr. Counselor, am I correct?
On your motion?
Yes.
Well, a point of order was raised to your motion, so now the point of order is in front of that. It would be my interpretation. So we've got two folks waiting to be heard. We've got a motion to amend the agenda, which can be taken up at some point, obviously, and we've got a point of order on that motion. I would say, my interpretation would be based on the discussions we've had in the last 60 days, plus how my interpretation of Robert's rules. The chair, it's probably the most appropriate thing to do would be for the chair to recognize those waiting to be recognized, and then then the motion would come after that. Would probably be the most appropriate thing to do, again, based upon our last 60 days of discussion about how we want our procedure to run and my interpretation of Robert's rules.
Very well. With that, your point of order seems to be well taken at this moment on the narrow part that you had. So very well, Commissioner Withington. First off, just for clarification, the motion on the discussion item is not in force. So Commissioner Withington, you're recognized.
Yeah, so Jerry, this is something that I have made a point to tell you publicly in these commission meetings for this entire year. You use your position unethically to promote yourself and to do what you want to do and what benefits you and your friends. You have removed Jennifer from receiving her challenge coin because she's running against you. I've seen the text message where you asked for political reasons to have her removed from this week's agenda. You don't have a problem with Teresa giving the invocation once or twice a month, who is a candidate against John Carpenter, because she's your friend. I have not seen you ever request, since she filed to run against John, to not give the invocation. You removed Jennifer from the TIF commission because she was on Kansas City TIF commission because she was a candidate. You replaced her with a guy who's now running against Jay Johnson. That's not fair. We've had this conversation where you use your position to benefit you and your friends. During commissioner comments last week, the sheriff privately before the meeting gave you a certificate thanking you for helping sponsor the golf tournament. You then used your commissioner comments to get talking points to make it seem like he only recognized you. It was so bad that the sheriff had to come to the podium and correct it to say, I appreciate everything this entire body does to support his office. You are hypocritical, you are unethical, and it needs to stop. You owe Jennifer an apology, and you should apologize to her before we move this agenda forward. And I'm not kidding. We will sit here all night. You owe her an apology. Do you want to sit
Do
here?
you have any other comments?
Do you want to apologize to her?
I am just asking you, do you have any further comments?
Do you want to apologize to her? I'm asking you a question.
You can ask a question. I'm just asking, are you finished commenting, or would you like to continue comments?
I'll be done commenting when you apologize to her. Or we can sit here all night.
This is reminiscent of the days when other commissioners would hold the agenda hostage. I'm
Kind of
sorry
like
to
what
see
you
that.
do, kind of like what you just did. You were part of that group. And you know what, Jerry? A lot of those same problems are still happening. Who's the common denominator? You are. There's a reason why not one person on this body is supporting you for re-election. You are not a leader. You're trying to be a dictator. The very first meeting we had in January of 2023, you started fights with Jay Johnson. And then you want to go take credit for what Jay led. You are not a leader. You should resign, or you should leave this meeting and let Jay run it. You have politicized this meeting. And you were scared that we were going to say nice things about Jen Justice. You would have been better off just giving her the damn coin, or allowing Scott to give her the coin. You are not a leader, Jerry, and you are unethical, and you should not be running this meeting tonight. Are you going to apologize to Jen?
If you are finished speaking, I will give the floor to Commissioner Lawson. Please let me know when you relinquish the floor, and we will recognize Commissioner
Yes
Lawson.
or no, are you going to apologize to Jen? How hard is it to be a man and say, Jen, I politicized this, I'm sorry? How hard is that, Jerry?
I am not going to indulge in this conversation. There will be no either acknowledgement one way or the other to your question on
All
my
right,
part.
I'm gonna let her talk, but Jerry, now you got a bigger problem because now you have on public record the commission telling you, again, you're unethical right before your election. How are you gonna like that when it gets out there on social media like you did last week with your talking points about how great you were when the sheriff said, had to come up here and correct you and say he wasn't just thanking you, he was thanking this entire body. Do better, Jerry. You're a disappointment.
Commissioner Lawson.
Thank you. I would have to say, I was extremely disappointed that this happened. You know, Jennifer is running a clean campaign. She's highly ethical in her business dealings. I have a great deal of respect for her. And for a long while, I didn't support either person because I wanted to make sure that this body didn't have a lot of drama and things of that nature. But things like this force those issues. And you know, the one thing that Jason did say about our little lady that comes and gives the invocation, she is a lovely person, and I truly like her, and I appreciate her coming and offering the prayer. Always have. But I thought about the same thing you said the other evening. I thought, wait a minute, why not give Jennifer this coin that she's worked her fanny off to get just because she's running against you? Yet the lady comes up and says the prayer, she's running against him, she's running against John. So why wouldn't that be a conflict? I just don't understand the reasoning for not allowing her to receive. And the thing is, her family could be here this week. They couldn't be here next week. But nobody said to her, can your family come next week, or is that important to you? Her dad is one of the most important things in her life. He's not going to be able to be here next week. And it would hurt her not to have him here when she's accomplished something. And Jay Johnson said it right. It's not like 20,000 people watch us. 20,000 people don't even know that we do this, that we have this open meeting, and they can be allowed to watch. But to me, this is unbelievably, and I'm not being disrespectful to you, I'm telling you how I feel. This is unbelievably petty and lowlife to do this to her. Very underhanded. It should have never happened. And I'm disappointed, if I'm nothing else, extremely disappointed that you would do something like this. I think that the girl worked for it. She deserved it, and I would have loved to have seen her get it while her family was here. So, you know, that's all I can say, and I wish this never happened. This is another thing that pulls this commission apart. And we all wanted so badly when we all came into office. You and I had a meeting right after I won the election, before I was sworn in. And we talked about, let's pull everybody together. We've got some great people that have been elected. We're going to make changes. We're going to do wonderful things for this county. You had me so fired up, I was ready to win the world, you know? And then things like this happen, and it's just such a punch in the gut. I can't even tell you. I'm extremely disappointed, but I'm not, in a lot of ways, I'm not surprised. So that's all I've got to say.
Further discussion? Okay. That being said, I will go ahead and renew my motion on the discussion issue that we remove the proposed improvements on 114th Street for Whispering Creek Farms LLC and pick it up at some perhaps future moment. With having made that motion, I will turn the chair over to Commissioner Johnson to preside over this particular question. Commissioner Johnson.
Motion's been made. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, you're recognized to close.
I close.
Call the roll.
I'm sorry, I don't know. The presiding commissioner, if Jerry votes on this motion.
He does not unless there's a tie. And this is just on the amendment only
Right.
to remove it. And just FYI, it's made at the request
Right.
of the individuals here.
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
No.
Commissioner Wagner? Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-1.
Very well. I will resume the chair, and we are now on approval of the agenda as amended. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Commissioner Johnson?
Before I close, I just want to apologize. I think this is an embarrassment. I want to apologize to Jennifer and her family. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to you for going through the program and for accomplishing what you did and for hopefully eventually getting that 250 challenge coin. But I apologize, but congratulations. I'm a little bit embarrassed by this, but with that, I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson? Yes. Commissioner Withington?
No.
Commissioner Lawson?
No.
Commissioner Wagner? Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-2.
Thank you. That brings us to public comments. Members of the public wishing to comment? If you would like, please come forward. And as I'd said before, make sure the green light is on, state your name, and then address your comments to the commission.
Thank you, sir. Larry Yateman, here with wife Mary Yateman. We live at 4014 Northeast 144th Street, Smithville, Mo 64089. We just had the discussion to remove my discussion item on Whispering Creek Farms. And I just want to say that, I know some of you guys put in some time on this week, and some of you considerable time, including County Council Kevin Graham. So just wanted to say thanks for that time and consideration, and we kind of determined that there's just a dead end there on blocking that Smithville City Road from turning this into a corner lot, which is a pretty sad thing. But anyway, wanted to, I know you guys gave it all your due diligence. I super appreciate that, and we'll just move on to the next agenda item, and thanks to all of you, all right? Appreciate it.
Thank you for your comment. Anyone else wishing to address the commission? Seeing none. That brings us to our consent agenda. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, good evening. 4 items on our consent agenda tonight. Our first one is approval of invoice payments, which is 2026-202. Approval of invoice payments for Clay County for the period of July 18th through July 24th. Had a total of 252 invoices totaling $1,393,691.60. Our next one is 2026 Ordinance 12. Approval of attached ordinance authorizing the sheriff to administer training and use of Law Enforcement Resource Center to outside agencies. 2026-207, approval of attached fee schedule for the Law Enforcement Resource Center for the Sheriff Department. 2026-208, approval of purchase of 2 replacement vehicles for emergency management personnel from Ford Lincoln Sheriff with the Sheriff Department, totaling $67,396. That'd be it for the consent agenda.
Thank you. Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve tonight's consent agenda.
Motion has been made for the approval of this evening's consent agenda. Discussion. Seeing none, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
That brings us to this evening's regular agenda. First item is 2026-203. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026-203, approval amendment of a Basine Waterback agreement with monthly contract. We have our collector, Barbara, will be speaking additional information regarding that.
We bringing to you this Resolution 2026-203 to amend the agreement with the collection. I believe you saw in the breakout that we are having great successful progress with this collection and recouping tax dollars for the taxing entities. If we didn't pursue this, we would have to write them off and would be unable to collect them.
Very well. Are there any questions? Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve 2026-203.
Motion's been made for approval of 2026-203. Further discussion? Seeing none, you're recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson? Yes. Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Our next item is 2026-204. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026-204, approval IFB number 63-26, commercial kitchen appliances and equipment. And I have the Sheriff Department here to speak to additional information regarding that one.
Please proceed.
Paul Morris, Sheriff's Office. So I am looking to replace two of our convection ovens in the detention's kitchen area that is used for the inmates. Ones we currently have are about 20 years old. They're at the end of life. Can't get the replacement parts for them. So we have money that were approved in this year's budget. That's what I'm hoping to replace with.
Very well. Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve 2026-204.
Motion has been made for the approval of 2026-204. Discussion? Seeing none, you're recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Our final issue on the regular agenda is 2026-206. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026-206, approval of a 2027 grant acceptance for Deputy Sheriff Supplementation Fund with Missouri Sheriff Department. Sheriff Department here to speak regarding that one.
Good evening, John Mazzano with the Sheriff's Office. The Missouri Deputy Sheriff Supplemental Fund is something that's not new to Clay County. I believe we utilize this funding from 2012 to about 2017. We have about 64 deputies that qualify for this, strictly for salary and benefits for the county.
Very well. Are there any questions or comments? Commissioner Johnson?
Move to approve 2026-206.
Motion has been made for the approval of 2026-206. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, you're recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Next on our agenda would have been discussion items. That has been, of course, removed. Next are administrator comments. Mr. Administrator?
Yes, a couple items tonight. First one is our next commission meeting will be August 6th at 6 p.m. The other one, I want to recognize a couple of employees. One is Christine, our risk manager. She led our sovereign citizen training this past week. Had just over 25 plus employees that came. It's one that they do with the highway department. We've done it a couple of times here, but it's a good training for those who are not familiar not only with that one, but also for the auditors who are First Amendment auditors. So having your staffs trained regarding that one is something that's necessary, especially in this day and age. So I want to recognize her and her not only her help with that one, but also her initiative on moving forward with that and getting those of our employees to come out for that one. The other one I want to recognize, I received a letter from Major Kofer recognizing our Parks Director, John Davis, and their staff. I'll just read the first portion of that. It says, Dear Mr. Hodges, I'm writing to commend Parks Director John Davis and his staff on their exceptional handling of last Saturday's public event at the Camp Branch Parks office, held to open on the waiting list for marina boat slip availability. I attended the event as a member of the public, waiting in a line alongside approximately 100 other residents for roughly a 2-hour process. Despite the size of the crowd and heat of the day, the event was extremely well organized and managed. I'll stop right there. I want to say that because I think it speaks a lot, not only to John and his staff, but also to other staff members to recognize what it is to be a public servant and to send this to me, taking the time and effort out of his day to make sure that that was recognized as well. So I think that's commendable for what our staff does. I see that on a daily, that they thank each other or they talk well about each other regarding what they're doing. So I just want to bring that out because sometimes you get a lot of flack on things you do, but it's good to be recognized on what you're trying to do, just trying to do your best and being right. So the other portion I have on that one is we get an update on our Go North campaign. We probably have heard past 3-4 years about the World Cup was coming and the World Cup was coming. Well, it came. And we participated in quite a few ways, and we have our tourism director, Megan Schaufield, to give us an update on Go North.
Well, thank you, first of all, for entertaining this last-minute add-on, but I felt it was timely. We've had a little bit of time since the last event, and I thought you all might want an update. So I've got some slides. I don't have that many, and we'll go through them quickly so we can get everybody in and out of here, but I do think there's some really important updates to share, so thank you for entertaining me as I share them with you. So I think Squall has us all queued up. He's brilliant. We have a clicker and everything. Wonderful. I'm going to start with a thank you, and I'm going to end with a thank you. I love this photo. This is just one of many really amazing photos that showcase the community and the spirit that came out of all of these events. And I have to tell you, the amount of people in organizations, in cities, and leaders, and folks that came together to make this happen, it blew my mind. It humbles me still, and I'm still on a high from it. It was really so neat. So I wanted to share this photo, but I have many, many more. Actually, I have a whole database of them, so I'm happy to share a Dropbox link with the commission as well, because I don't think my words or one photo could simply do it justice. But I wanted to talk a little bit about why we came together, why we formed Go North KC, and it was to utilize the World Cup to introduce visitors to the Northland. And while we could create a lasting impression and partnership, the World Cup was never the end destination. It started out as an idea, but it was truly it was the opportunity, it was the jumping off point. And from that, we were able to accomplish what I feel so much, a unified regional tourism brand, Go North KC, 7 community watch parties, a regional website that showcases all of our wonderful communities, all of the events. It gives folks, visitors and locals alike, one singular place to see what's going on in the Northland. And it gives our cities ownership of their own pages so they can continue to showcase and highlight what's unique and special about them as well. We have a digital passport, which took off, and we're still running full steam ahead with it. The Tap into Local Pass has been greatly successful, and we've been able to add, I think now we have 18 local businesses onto that have unique discounts. So if you happen to like beer or wine or entertainment or food, please check it out if you haven't already. But we're continuing to grow that and celebrate our local businesses that are a part of it. We have the business directory. So as a part of the website and the community pages, we also allowed our communities to showcase what businesses they have that make them unique and special for visitors. Again, it's all tourism based, so these are visitor businesses, restaurants, hotels, etc. We had a wonderful student engagement project with our t-shirt design. We had several schools participate, lots of kids participate. We had a winning design that was a huge hit in the community. We even have, if you have one of the shirts, we have her name on it. So she's kind of forever living on in that shirt design, which I thought was super cool, especially being as it was her senior year. So that was neat. The public art. I don't think very many people missed our 20-foot soccer ball. It was pretty large when you came to the events. It was a lot of times the first thing that you could see, and we had folks come into the events. I especially remember a North Kansas City party where they took a wrong turn, but they saw this 20-foot soccer ball and decided, we gotta check this out, see what this is. So that was a really fun, neat project that we were able to do. The art that the Riverside artists did for us, the murals, was just amazing, and so many memories were made with those. It was amazing, amazing community art. the network of volunteers that we now have that is not just volunteers that Clay County can utilize, but it's our cities and Platte County and, the whole Northland now has a network of volunteers who we can reach out to if we have other events or needs. The regional marketing campaign, which had a unified message and single source for people to see. But more than anything, it's the partnership, a long-lasting community partnership. So I've got some numbers. And this is data from January 1st through July 14th. Mind you, the website went live in February. So I pulled data as early as I can, but truly when I say January 1, the website didn't go live until February. So the numbers are a little bit, from February on. We have 22,000 active users, 127,000 website events, and 42 seconds average engagement time on a website, which we're really proud of being as new as it was, and it didn't have the history on Google that other existing sites do. Social media impact, this is January through June. This, as you can see, we were able to get over 10 million views, 3.5 million people reached, 44,000 engagements, which is a like, a follow, a share, anything like that. And, selfishly, I put the growth because it didn't exist. So 4,000 is a pretty cool number when you can put it up there. It didn't exist prior to last year. So that was just for Facebook. This is going to be your Instagram. I really love that number, that 490,000 accounts reached. That's a lot of accounts for one social page. And then again, I love seeing the growth in views, 330%. I'm gonna throw these huge numbers out there whenever I can, because that's a pretty cool thing to see. And a lot of those, I'm gonna go back to the social media for a moment, because that wouldn't be possible without the different teams, the social media teams we worked with, but largely our communities. Our cities and our chambers and our individuals did a lot of sharing, and that helped us achieve those numbers beyond what we could have expected. So a big thank you to those, if you're watching or hear me, thank you for sharing, continue to share and like and follow. We love that so much. The earned media piece, I find this, incredibly exciting because earned media is something that we didn't pay for, but we were able to attract attention through, it's gonna be news, TV, web, radio. We've made some great news contacts, which, they'll reach out to me and they have my cell phone now and say, hey, what's going on with Go North? A couple of those folks were really great about making sure that whatever news channel they're partnered with is posting, what events or watch parties were happening in the Kansas City metro area. They always had the Go North events on there, and that was hugely helpful, and we're grateful to them. We estimate, you can see a high and low gross reach through those earned media exposures. About just under 600,000 we think is the median. You can see the high and low there. And then the value, this is a little harder to estimate. Again, we put the high and low, but we're thinking just under $9,000 if we were to pay to have some of those similar exposures. But this is not everything either. This doesn't count for influencers who showed up to Mayor Rose's Riverside party with the selfie sticks and the other parties that you can see the folks going around and video recording themselves and sharing that. So this is just the number that we were able to capture, which is a small amount of what's actually out there. And then to highlight our series, so we did have 7 different events in the Northland. One of the really cool things about the events is each event was unique to its locale, and I love that. And that was the mission, and the mission was always to showcase what is unique and special about our communities with these watch parties. And you'd see people come in waves, right? You had the early attendees who had the little kids who did the bounce houses, and that was what they wanted out of the party, which is great. You had people that came for the food, people that came for one match. Some of the parties showed 2 matches, and there was definitely folks who were fans of the teams playing in one match versus the second match. It was neat how our communities came out and got out of it what they wanted, and they all had a good time. And I think my absolute favorite is just the organic pickup games of soccer that all the kids would have. It didn't matter what the venue was, it didn't matter where or what kind of people or the setup or the layout. There was always a group of kiddos from all backgrounds playing soccer, kicking it around, all ages, big high school kids, little tykes running around together. And that was just something that was really magical about these events. And we're just so grateful to be a part of and to bring that to the community. And, we want to look at how we can do this again in the future. So that's just a quick highlight. I want to talk about the pass again a little bit because we are continuing this on beyond World Cup. Again, this was through a July update for this Tap into Local Pass. There are 445 pass holders, exceeded that since then. 170 redemptions, meaning people use this pass 170 times at our local establishments. And the 32 places, while I have about 18 on the list, there's different ways to use the pass. You can check in and gain points, and you can also use the pass and use the discounts that the venues have on there. So more to come on this. This was, we feel like, a success for our businesses and our communities. We'll be pushing that out even further. So the summary we have is visitors cross community boundaries. One of the stats that I have here that I really enjoyed was that 37% of people that visited these events came from 10 miles away or further. And we were able to see people trafficked from Overland Park, from Independence. So while the bulk of the visitors came from the Northland and Northland communities, they definitely crossed those community boundaries very freely in the Northland. And then on top of that, we were able to attract folks from south of the river, which is my big objective, as well as multiple states around us. That was pretty cool to see that was happening. And then the ripple effect from these parties, we have some evidence of folks going to like Quick Trip before or afterwards, or Walmart, or, if you came to the watch party that's out of your home base area, you likely went to a gas station in one of the other cities, in one of the other jurisdictions. So it's very cool that you can see a direct impact, but then there's also a very large indirect impact that's a little bit harder to get a handle on. But we definitely have the data and the evidence to show that these had a good effect on our community. And the community data is half of the story, and this, I hope, is our other half. None of that would have been possible without your support.
Commissioner Johnson.
Thank you, Megan. I just wanted to say thank you. I know it's a big undertaking, and all that you did leading up to this and during these events, and it's a great job, pulled it off very well. And so I just want to say thank you for all your hard work in this.
Thank you.
Commissioner Wagner.
Thank you. First of all, I got to let you know that Megan's shortchanging herself, because I was at 3, 2 of them participating in my role as Executive Director of Bridging the Gap. There was a couple tents that were in there, and so thank you for the, the cameo. Our team was at Central Bank for the Kansas City North event, and we were at North Kansas City. North Kansas City was a long day, beginning at about 8 a.m. Yes. That's when I got there, and I didn't leave until 11 p.m. And I think I barely beat Megan in the total amount of time of being at that site. But she was not only there, she was at every other event, passing out things, passing out those magnets that I think everyone on this commission has seen. She was selling, and selling for hours every single event. And that's the kind of person that we have here. Someone who believes in what she's doing, what we're trying to do, what these counties are trying to accomplish. And I think with the meetings that I attended, which was only a small portion compared to the ones that she was a part of, I think people just need to understand what was put in it. I also have to recognize Mayor Kathy Rose in the audience, which I can't believe I haven't heard a peep out of her this entire meeting. And I'm surprised she's not wearing orange. I would have thought, unless I've missed something, but I have to give a shout out to Mayor Rose, because again, I think what we saw from the event that was hosted out there in Riverside is a little bit shortchanged in the video. A lot of hard work that was done celebrating not only soccer, but the 75th anniversary of Riverside, the 4th of July. I mean, the only thing that wasn't a part of that was Christmas, and I think there just wasn't enough room for that. But I do have to recognize the mayor and your attendance this evening and all your hard work, not just for your event, but just for the entirety of the World Cup being here. And I've seen pictures of you as part of the 36,000 person march downtown, and your aggressiveness in getting to the front of the line, but we'll leave that for another discussion. But again, wonderful job. Just wonderful job by all concerned. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I so appreciate the support, and as mentioned previously, we have more on the horizon, so you'll hear from me again shortly. Thank you.
Oh, we're not quite finished yet. Commissioner Carpenter.
Well, I can't say it any better than Commissioner Wagner, but I just want to offer my thanks. I think it was a stunning success and took advantage of what was an awesome, summer here in the Metro. And I'm glad we played our role, led by you, so thank you so much. And I also want to shout out Mayor Rose, who has got to be the hardest working mayor in all the land, across the country. So one of the things that I think going forward is I hope we continue in the spirit of working together, especially with folks over in Platte County. When it comes to tourism and getting folks, as you said, south of the river to come up north and do some shopping here and hanging out here, people south of the river don't differentiate between Clay County and Platte County. It's just north of the river. And so whatever kind of collaboration we can do to keep that spirit going and get people up here in the future, I think will be well worth it. Also, I'm seeing a show at Morton Amphitheater next month. Can't wait. And so congratulations on all your success too. Good work to everybody. Thanks.
Commissioner Lawson.
Yeah, I just want to say welcome, Mayor Rose. I've never had the opportunity to meet you, and I'm pleased that you came this evening. Really appreciate you being here. Great job, Megan. Keep up the good work. We appreciate you.
Commissioner Wagner, you'd like a second bite at the apple?
Yeah, because I forgot one thing. Because when you said people came from south of the river, I was about to interject. They also came from South America. I will not forget being in North Kansas City. Jennifer was there. I don't think you were working the tent, but I was there talking to her. And a pair of folks from Columbia, not the city, the country, came and basically said they didn't know what was going on, but they saw the giant soccer ball and wanted to see what that was all about. And so it just shows the importance of what you put into an event to draw people to it, and you drew them all the way like 5,000 miles from here to go. So just wanted to share that if you had not heard that.
I'd like to add my voice also to the sentiment that's been expressed. Thank you for the hard work that you've done. And like I say, I think this is just the beginning. I think the cooperation between Clay and Platte counties is something that is indeed in our future. We've been working with them increasingly closely over the past several years, and I think that this effort has accelerated that process. And I think the more closely we can work with our friends in Platte County, the better off we will be as far as representing the folks of the Northland. Kathy, I'm glad you were here. We've known each other since I was down in Jeff City and you came down. And you've always been a hard worker. You've never really quite slowed down. In fact, if anything, you've kind of picked up steam a little bit. And I certainly appreciate the time that we spent down in Jeff City talking about what has to happen in the Northland. I look forward to doing that going on in the future. And my gosh, you don't look like you've aged at all. I, on the other hand, I've not fared as well. But certainly we appreciate you being here, and we appreciate you coming over and sitting in on our commission meetings. And certainly, Megan, what you've done has been stellar work. And we certainly appreciate the fact that you've been able to increase the cooperation between our two counties. We have one more commissioner, Commissioner Withington.
Yeah, thank you for everything you guys do. Look forward to seeing how we roll this out. Mayor Rose, I know you and I have never met, but we're friends on Facebook, and I knew your parents down at the Harlem Baptist Church, so thank you for your leadership on this also.
Very well. If they're, okay, we'll turn it back over then if you're finished with your comments.
No, I'm finished. Thank you very much.
Mr. Administrator, did you have any more to add to your comments?
No. That'll be it for me this time.
All right, thank you very much. That brings us to commissioner comments. Commissioner Withington, let's go ahead and start with you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I just want to say once again, I'm really sorry, Jennifer, that this happened to you today. I know that this has been planned for at least a month now that you're supposed to come. So if you come here, I got something for you. We stepped forward. A few weeks ago, Scott Wagner gave me a challenge coin. You were coming tonight expecting a challenge coin, so I want you to leave with my challenge coin. Yeah, you're welcome. And I apologize for how this presiding commissioner handled that tonight, so I wanted you to have my challenge coin. You're welcome.
Commissioner Lawson, here you go.
Thank you. Jennifer, I want to add my 2 cents in as well. I do apologize for the way this was all handled. I've known your mom forever and a day. She is one of the hardest working people in the county. I know you're picking that up from her. And she has been a force to be reckoned with our historic sites. She's one of the people that's responsible for all of our historic sites and how well they're doing. She laid all the groundwork many years ago. So I'm very proud of her and that she was here this evening, and just can't apologize enough. I wish it had been handled differently, but you're a trooper and just hang in there. We appreciate you.
Commissioner Wagner.
Couple things. One, I guess I need to know if you're coming next week to get the presentation. Okay. But I don't want to, but I'm going to use this as an opportunity to make a different point. And that is that the point of the exercise was to show engagement and involvement in your government, being a good citizen, and engagement. You've certainly shown that, and I'll have a lot more to say next week. But what I think prompted this episode was something that is going on Tuesday. And so I will simply say to those who are out there, get the heck out there and vote. get the heck out there and know what you're voting for. And especially this August, we have a number of questions in cities and across this state that will have incredible ramifications. And I will not take the time to tell anybody how they should vote, but what I will take the time to do is say that the information is out there. And I would caution anyone who makes their decision on any of those questions based on what they get in a mailbox. Because generally what's there, in my opinion, 9 times out of 10 is just propaganda. Take the time. If we celebrate people being an engaged citizen, then be engaged in the questions that matter to you. The information is there. I say many times that people take more time trying to figure out what house to move into or what car to buy than they do on what the heck is being decided for them.
Amen.
Holy cow. Just buy the Malibu and be done with it. But by God, understand what people are telling you to do with their tax dollars and what choices they may be taking from you or giving to you, because that has a much greater warranty than any car you buy or any home you go into. So, sorry for the extra episode, but I know you love this place, so I know you'll enjoy coming here next week, Jen. But I hope you don't mind me also taking it as an opportunity to remind people why you went through this in the first place and why it is so important for people to understand what they are doing with their engagement and not simply give it away, but let people earn it. Let those who bring those issues earn that vote, and it only comes with vigilance and the desire to understand exactly what they're being asked to do. Enough of my diatribe. Thanks for indulging me.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Johnson.
Yes, 2 things. First of all, I'd like to echo what Commissioner Wagner said, and bottom line, get out and vote. Tell everybody to get out and vote. Tell your friends, family, everyone to vote. It's important to vote. Educate yourself and then vote. And voting's already started. You can vote again tomorrow, you can vote on Saturday, and you can vote again on Tuesday. Tuesday's the last opportunity you'll have, but tomorrow, Saturday, and Tuesday, the polls are open. Tomorrow and Saturday, there's just 4 places open, but Tuesday, they're all open. So get out and vote, get educated, and vote. And unlike Commissioner Wagner, who will not give his opinion on who to vote for or what to vote on, I'll give you my opinion. Just ask me. I'll tell you exactly who to vote for and what to vote on. Second thing, this is for our county administrator. We had a salary survey done before you got here, sometime over a year ago. And the salary survey, we knew when we went into it that our employees were underpaid. We didn't need a salary survey for that. And I said when we had it done, hey, if we're going to spend this much money on a salary survey, we need to not just put it on a shelf. We need to stick to it. We need to look at it. Where do we go from here? I would like to, when the opportunity is available, to dust that off again and bring it before the commission to kind of say, okay, where are we at with our salary study? How have we, and we had the study, this is where we should be. How close are we to where we should be? And if we're not there, what's it going to take to get us there for our employees with salaries? Because that obviously all ties into the budget, and we're halfway through our budget. So I would like another look at that salary survey study and class and comp study, I think is what it's called, and not just leave it on a shelf. It should be a document. And quite frankly, I mean, some of the numbers might be old now just because it's been, I think, a year and a half or longer since it came out. So I don't want to play catch up too much with that. I want to take a good look at that. Let's have a discussion about that and see where our employees are in the salary survey. Thank you.
Commissioner Thompson.
I will continue with our theme of, yes, go vote. Right now you can go and vote at the election board, and you can also go on Tuesday. And if you can't get there, you call me. I'll ride up with the minivan and the tiny Thompsons, and we'll go have a party. We'll do it. It'll be fun. So it is very important to go vote and make our community a better place. The second thing I have to say is, Jennifer, I am so sorry you didn't get your coin this week. And sadly, I will not be here next week. But I want to congratulate you today for doing it, because I did not I've not done my 250 challenge. It's embarrassing, I know, but Jennifer did, and I'm proud of you. Good job. And if you would like to get a picture, I would be happy to take a picture with your new coin, slightly used, after the meeting. So yes.
Commissioner Carpenter.
Thank you. I just want to extend thanks again to other folks like John Davis, who got recognized by our county administrator. And thanks again to Megan and all the wonderful staff. Barbara O'Reilly, God bless you. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to this county over the years. Just really grateful for everybody who makes it go. And to Jay Johnson's point, you know, deserve to see their compensation adequately reflect the amount of amazing work that y'all do. Also, I want to encourage everybody to vote on Tuesday. Also, God protect our troops who are serving the country who are in harm's way. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner. Excuse me. I would like to echo the sentiment that was expressed, and that is go out and vote. Be an informed voter. As Commissioner Wagner pointed out, not everything in your mailbox is necessarily going to be the total and absolute truth. It varies. But certainly go out there, be an informed voter, and make sure that you have done your research. Don't be swayed by hyperbolic promises. Don't be swayed by political theater. Go out, do your research, be a thoughtful and be an informed voter. With that, thank you very much.